Our next guests are both committed to giving back to veterans. Please welcome to the show the founder of Military Mutual and a retired Navy lieutenant, Derek Barksdale, and his special guest, founder of the nonprofit American Cultural Council, Donna Woodrum.
LT is back on the show. What's up? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing outstanding.
Great to have you here. Donna, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You guys have a big announcement to make today,
Absolutely,
right? I mean, this is a big deal, what we're talking about here.
It's huge.
So, Derek, let's just a little bit about Military Mutual real quick for people who haven't heard of Military Mutual yet. Tell us a little bit about Military Mutual.
Sure. Well, Military Mutual is founded on the sole principle of giving back, in which ensuring the benefits of military service for veterans and their families is facilitated with people just like them in the real estate arena.
Right.
So, with that being said, giving back is what we're talking about today.
That's right, absolutely. Now, Donna, tell us about your cause.
Well, American Culture Council, my nonprofit, is a nonprofit partner of the Home Depot stores and the Home Depot Foundation.
Wow.
And together, we refurbish homes for veterans, free to the veteran homeowner.
Wow.
That's our job.
That's an incredible job.
That's our calling.
That's your cause,
Yes,
right? That's a
yes.
big cause.
It sure is.
For a lot of different reasons, these things are needed. And I'm
Yes.
sure you've seen, and you work with Home Depot, so that's a very, very big deal.
It sure is.
I mean, you can't just call Home Depot and say, hey, I have a good idea, right? I mean, you've got to.
They're not answering.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. So you must know people, or you must just be, you won't take no for an answer type person. Is it both?
It is both. And the more people I meet, the more veterans I can help. And the more times I do not stand for, well, we'll have to wait. Mm-mm. The more people that I can help, the more money we can get together, the more families that we can support. You know, the problem that I've noticed mostly is in this turn down of economy is the deferred maintenance on veterans' homes. It is huge. Millions of dollars worth of deferred maintenance. There just isn't the resources to go around for them, and that's where we come in and give them a helping hand.
So give us an idea of someone, just an example of the type of person who you might help through your foundation.
The person who has had the biggest impact on my heart is a veteran with 2 little children, married man, 90% disabled, very young. He contacted my nonprofit a while back, and he explained to me that he lives in a home, needs a lot of work. He's got a pool in his backyard he doesn't want. He can't afford to leave. He can't afford to get rid of the pool. Could I please help him because his baby died in the pool?
Wow.
You can't say no to a request like that, and I had no idea where to start, none whatsoever. First people I called were my Home Depot partners, and they said, we don't do pool removal. That is beyond our scope. So I had to contact some other people, and eventually I met Derek, and he had some contacts, and sure enough, we managed to get a contractor who has just got a permit to remove the pool, and he is donating his services through his company to get rid of this pool so that we can then landscape the backyard and give them a whole new beginning for their life.
That's amazing.
How about
Absolutely.
that? How about that? That is amazing.
It is amazing.
That's an incredible story. So you guys are doing big things, and of course Derek's the person to call in that situation.
Absolutely.
Of course he is. He would know someone. He'd figure out how to get things done.
Yes, exactly.
You become a lieutenant in the United States Navy. For, you can't get things
He is
done.
he is the perfect partner.
Right?
Absolutely. I am blessed to have him as a partner.
Well, here's what's really interesting. I'm so glad both of you are here today because I truly believe, Jen, we both share this, that we believe that people really do want to help vets.
Yes,
They really do, and I think they just don't know exactly how to do it.
exactly.
So what we did on social media, Jen, was we posted something very, very simple. You want to lead us down that road?
Yeah, well, we asked our San Diegans and all of our friends on Facebook if you could help a veteran, would you? And of course, so many said absolutely. You know, Kenneth Strickland said, I'm an Army veteran myself. And Karen Davidson said, of course. But we also got some people like Judy Otero who said, yes, if I could.
And that was the one, that
they
stuck
don't know
out
where
to
to
me.
turn.
That's what I was looking for because I thought most people would have that feeling. Like, of course, if I could help a veteran, I would. If they fell down in front of me, I'd help them up.
Right.
But what about all the people? What's going on out there? How can you do that? And so it's great to have you both here today to tell us about this because you've got a huge project. Let's go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. Derek, tell us what's going on.
Well, through this particular project that Donna was mentioning, as we ended up going down this road, we thought of everything that we were doing for the veteran, but then we found out a lot more about Donna's background in film, and maybe we could talk about that a little bit, but that being said, we realized that this would be a good opportunity. Actually, Donna realized that this would be a great opportunity for a reality show called Warrior Home. And so that is where we're moving on to give some visibility over those wounded warriors and for the veterans who come back from deployments such as this individual did and have to deal with real life. And sometimes real life throws you some curveballs. And we want to be there to help.
That's awesome. So, Donna, can you tell us about some of that background here in TV?
I'm a 35-year veteran of the Screen Actors Guild. Been a member since 1980. Do you want to hear about one of the movies I was in?
I'm scared already.
On the edge of my seat right now. Yes.
In 1984, I was in Wes Craven's Nightmare on Elm Street, the original Nightmare, the original teen slasher horror film, the one that started the genre.
Whoa.
And Johnny Depp was my first. He was actually in his first movie on Nightmare, and I was his co-star.
Wow.
And I played Tina's mom, the mom of the first teenager killed in the Nightmare, his girlfriend. And everybody knew Johnny was going to be a star. He was just so far out there beyond everybody. Absolutely, from the very beginning.
He's still an amazing person.
He absolutely is.
Just unbelievable.
A talent beyond talents.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. So you were
great.
Probably in my nightmares back then. That was
She was in mine.
That's the first horror
Sleepless
movie I ever
nights.
saw.
It was a nightmare for me,
Freddy
too.
Krueger. Boy, I tell you what. I remember how I got over that.
Yeah.
I had to pretend Freddy was my friend. And like somehow psyched myself into like believing that so that when I saw him in my dreams, it's like, oh yeah, we're boys, right? Yeah, that's cool.
No, Freddie was not anybody's friend.
No. That's so funny. So, so obviously that's pretty extensive. Worked with Johnny Depp. I mean, co-starred with Johnny Depp, Nightmare on Elm Street. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Whose idea was Warrior Home?
Mine.
Okay, tell me, where were you? What were you thinking when you were like, we need to do this?
Actually, I wasn't really doing anything. I was getting ready to go to a breakfast meeting with a friend, and all of a sudden, something just fell into my spirit, and it was to turn these projects into a television show, because that would have more people know about veterans, and it would tell veterans there's a place for you to come to that can help you. And I had no inclination to do that whatsoever. It was not even on my mind, much less the last thing on my mind. Had no idea whatsoever. And the more I kept thinking about it, the more I realized that this probably was a doable thing. So when I left Hollywood, reality TV show hadn't been invented at that time. No. So I had to look up what it was, and it's scriptless. I said, well, I can do that. and all the elements that would be in there. It doesn't have actors. Sure. There's a whole lot of it's not a union production because there isn't anyone portraying anyone else. These are real people talking about their life, their real experiences. And I looked at that and I said, oh, okay, I know I can arrange that because I arrange these sorts of things all the time in other areas that I work in. And so I sat down to copyright whatever it was that was going to be done here. And I said, okay, what will I call this? And the first thing that came into my mind was Warrior Home. I said, that's it, I'm not going to look for anything else, that's it. Boom. So copyrighted that, and then did up something that you can actually submit for a copyright premise. And then I said, why stop there? Let's get a proposal. I'm looking at the proposal. Okay, I'll get that. I said, no. I have to get distribution first. I have to make sure that somebody will take this project and put it on the air. So I called around to some friends, and they said, check with KUSI. I've got a buddy over there. So I did. They called me in for a meeting. I explained what I wanted to do. I didn't have a digital anything on tape. I had an idea. And they said, Donna, whatever you create, we'll put on the air.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I said, would you put that in writing? And they did.
Very cool.
Yes, so
That's
that's part of the
amazing.
proposal.
That is amazing. So how can people get involved? What needs to be done? How can people help this cause right now?
Well, if you don't mind, one of the things that I've found is that being a business owner myself, I've found that trying to give dollars is not enough for me. I've had tons of veteran sources that have nonprofit organizations that come to me and, hey, can you provide money for this? And it just felt like it was, it didn't have that tangible experience. So there are two parts that you can get involved with. You can provide dollars or you can provide time towards it as well. And with a project such as this, unfortunately, our company is going to be providing a lot of income towards this, and unfortunately, we're going to need a lot more. So that's one thing that we can use. But you can also be involved on the ground level, helping us with some shovels, helping us with some dirt moving, putting some plants down, whatever it may be. So time and money are the two things that we definitely need.
Thank you both so much for being here. Really appreciate your time. These two great causes
Thank you,
and every great thing that you're doing in the community. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Jared.
it. All right, stick around for more Smarter San Diego TV, where we guarantee to make you smarter than everyone else.